We believe every business can be bigger and better. We believe that there are always some hidden golden nuggets in every business, and that's our role, to discover the unlimited potential that the business has so that you maximize the value of your company and you achieve what you want. Now, let me share with you our philosophy when we look at a business. There are some stages to maximize your sales and your profits. And the first one is positioning. So people know exactly why to buy from you. And they know exactly that whatever it is that you sell, and when they look for that thing, you are the right person or the right company to go for. The next one is value chain. And this is as simple as, okay, how does this business create value? Because every business, that's the point, to create value. Then it's about planning. It's about, okay, where do I want to get to and how exactly do I get there? Then it's about the client's experience. You don't just want to sell a product or a service. You want your clients to perceive that whatever it is that they receive from you is maximum value for them. Then you want to have the right communication, and you want to communicate before the sale, during the sale, and after the sale in the same way. I mean, within the same brand, within the same strategic framework, so you achieve maximum results in relation to your customers, potential customers, as well as existing clients. And then, of course, you want to maximize your sales. So you want to focus and concentrate on creating the right offers, on creating the right pitch book, on creating the right sales funnel or systems that people come your way and they purchase from you for the right amount of money for you as well as for them, because it has to be a win-win for everyone. Now, these are the stages, and our philosophy is that every stage entails an audit. So we know exactly where things are, the exact picture of the company within each stage right now. And then, of course, based on that audit, we identify what needs to be improved and developed. Because we believe that in order to ensure convergence, and that is really for every piece of your business, everything that is done in your business, to converge of the tangible, physical, material side, and this is really the product or service that you offer, with the non-tangible things, with the non-physical or non-material aspects of your business. And this is about the communication and about the client's perception of what it is that they get from you. And we believe that these have to be aligned. And that's why we suggest that for every activity, we first perform an audit, and then we create and implement the missing elements within each stage. And of course, we improve or develop what you already have. Now, let me show you exactly what's included in each stage. So, positioning. Here, we want to create clarity in our head about the solution that we offer and all the categories of clients for each individual solution. And also we want to make sure that we know exactly who are our ideal, our best clients for each solution. Then we want to know exactly what differentiates us. So in other words, why would anybody consider buying our product or service versus obviously somebody else's? Then we want to align the price with our positioning. And that means we want to make sure that we have the right price, not too expensive, not too cheap, because either way won't lead to the right results. Then we want to have written on paper our vision and our mission. And also equally important is that this vision and mission are known by every single employee of the company. And not only that they know them or they've read them somewhere on a paper, they actually embrace them and they are part of your mission and your vision. Then we want to determine the person that communicates with the outside world. That could be you, could be somebody else within the company or outside of the company. There are pros and cons, and of course we need to identify exactly what's the right solution for you. Then we want you to have a story. We want to have the story either for you as a person or as a brand or as a company, because this story gets to connect with people at emotional level, connects with their soul, and that's how you get closer to your potential clients. Then you want to have your keywords. In other words, this is exactly the main message of your brand. It's not just your logo or your tagline. These are the keywords that you insert strategically in every communication that you build, because you want to have a brand or a convergence along the line, everywhere, across the board. And the last one, of course, and equally important, is the positioning within your market, within your industry, within your sector. So in other words, how do you compete against other providers of the same solution as you? Then we want to look at a value chain. And this is exactly how the company builds value for their clients. And here you need to look at your premises. So how do they appear? How does the client feel when they go into your office or your shop or your restaurant or whatever it is that you have? And also, what are the procedures when people come into your premises? What's the customer's flow? Then what is the communication? And that is both internal and external communication. Then we want to have some golden standards in communication, both for the sales team, which most companies usually have, but we also want to have them for frontliners. So in other words, everybody that interacts with your client or potential clients. And we also want to have them at staff level, so people who are in the support team. You know what? Even the cleaning lady. Then we want to have super employees. And in other words, we want to recruit the right people. We want to ensure that we train the right skills, the right training programs, depending on what they need. Then we want to have an updated organizational chart. So every person is exactly in the box where they are supposed to do, and they know exactly where they are within the company. Of course, job descriptions. So every person knows exactly what they are supposed to do and how their work should be, their daily work should go. And then we want to have objectives. And we also want to have a plan where we assess people based on the objectives and based on the job description and what we want them to do. Then we also want to have dashboards. And these are really some indicators for our marketing activities, our sales activities, and financial results. We want to have access in real time at the most important, the crucial metrics within the business. Because if we access them in a month or in a year, then it's too late because we can't adjust, we can't adapt. And a lot of the companies don't really have metrics for or don't have a way to analyze exactly what's needed, because most companies don't even know exactly what they need to look at, because every activity has specific metrics that you need to look at. Then it's about planning. And here, yes, we want a business plan, but not that thick document that we give to the bank. We really want to have the essence of the business plan. And most importantly, we want to know our objectives, our financial objectives. So in the end of the day, okay, how much money do we want to make? How many clients do we want to serve? It's eventually that simple, or let's say pragmatic as that. Then we want to have a sales plan. And that is really, how do we get where we want to get? How do we achieve the numbers, the targets that we set? And then we want to have a marketing plan. So we know exactly what, how, where we communicate. And ideally, we want to combine online and offline activities, because that's how we get the maximum results for every penny spent or every dollar invested in our activities. Then we want to look at the client's experience. And here we want to assess and build the customer's journey and the customer's experience. It's two separate things. So we want to map out our customer's journey from the moment where they don't know us, they don't know who we are, they don't care about us, to the moment where they become a client. And we also want to check the client's experience at every touch point. So that is every interaction with our brand. That could be online, that could be offline, in the premises, on the call, in a meeting. Every single interaction needs to be very, very carefully thought, and we want to potentially add interactions to increase sales, and we want to enhance the experience so the clients are happier and they recommend us to others. And of course, we want to be very careful also at the post-sales activities, which again, many companies forget about because, hey, yeah, I got the money from the client, who cares afterwards? But a happy client, you know, they can recommend much more business to us in future. So that's why we want to be sure that after the purchase has been done, the client gets the right level of service, of satisfaction, and obviously engagement and interaction. And we want to assess these both for retail and corporate, because there are separate customers' journeys, separate experiences, and if we serve both markets, we want to do it on both markets. If we only serve one, of course, we just do one. The next one is communication. So here we want to have the right brand visuals and the right message. But those things are only done based on having the right positioning and on know exactly where we are in the market. Otherwise, we just do something that looks good and it doesn't necessarily serve the company as such. So we want to have the right communication channels online. And that is the website, that is the blog, that is the social media profiles, videos, and email marketing. These are the main communication channels. And if you are a company that wants to grow, you want to use all of these because they're equally important. Of course, some will involve more work, more attention, some will involve a bit less. We also want to make sure that we have the right offline communication channels. And we want to have the right marketing materials at premises and in the press as well. Then we want to include a digital product or more digital products, because these are products that can help us generate business on kind of autopilot. And I say kind of because in certain businesses you can do complete autopilot. In certain businesses you need a little bit of interaction as well. But the digital product saves a huge amount of time that many businesses at the moment don't have, because, hey, human resources are the most expensive. And when you invest in a digital product, then you can replace a whole part of the human interaction with a digital experience, which works, by the way, when you do it right. So such digital products could be a guide, could be a toolkit, a video series, an ebook, or a white paper. And their main purpose is to get the right customers come your way. So you generate demand by offering such digital products. You don't have to have them all, of course. And again, lastly but not least important, you want to have testimonials and case studies. Now, testimonials are very simple and they say, yeah, a client, happy client, I'm super happy with this company. A case study is a story which we use to kind of teach and educate our potential clients how other people obtain results with the product or service that we sell. So it's much more powerful to have case studies, and of course they require a little bit more investment. And ideally you want to have both. Selling, the final piece, and of course very, very important. So here you want to produce the right offers. So you have the right promotions, you have smartly designed, strategically designed promotions and offers. So you increase sales, you maximize sales. You want to have an online sales system. And as I said, even if you don't sell online fully, you can still use a big part of the customer's journey to be done online, because that saves you a lot of time. And then you have to have an offline sales system, especially these days where people buy from people, you know that. And people require, a lot of customers these days require an interaction with a human. But when you combine the online and offline strategically together, then that interaction with the human has a very big probability of closing that client, of transforming that potential into a client when it's in the right stage of the customer's journey. Then, of course, you want to have prepared sales tools and materials as well for your team to use and for yourself as well. So you want to have sales scripts, which, by the way, my view is that it's great to have, but then you have to train your people to adjust those sales scripts to their own personality, so they sound authentic and true. You want to have a pitch book, which you use especially in corporate sales to present your offer as the right solution for their challenges. You want to have a prospect list, which, by the way, that is something ongoing and should be increasing every month. And you want to be able to have a presentation that you would present in any way, shape, or form. So, in other words, in a live event, in a webinar, in a video, in a conference, regardless of the type of product or service you sell, it's ideally you would have a presentation that would either sell your product or service, or simply just bring awareness to your company, to your brand, or create interest for your product or service. So these are the main stages from our philosophy which we need to look at, and we need to identify exactly what it is at the moment that you have, what needs to be improved, and then based on that we propose solutions. And solutions could be consulting services, could be marketing services, could be training, could be mentoring, depending on where your company needs certain elements. Then we will tailor our proposal exactly to your needs. So you increase your sales, your profits, you build a bigger, better business, and you're happier. In the end of the day, that's what matters, that you are happy and you live a fulfilled life. You're respected by your peers, by your clients, in your marketplace, and you get the right recognition that you deserve based on the hard work that you've put into building the business to the level that you are in at the moment. We would be very, very pleased to have a chat with you. Please get in touch with us so we make a tailored proposal to your needs. I appreciate you looking at this. Hopefully that was useful for you. You got a few nuggets here and there, a few questions here and there, and I'm looking forward to working with you.